cafe was buzzing with the usual morning rush, clinking cups, muted chatter, and the smell of fresh coffee. But above it all rose a sound that turned every head, a baby's cries, sharp, desperate, unstoppable. At the corner table, a man in a tailored navy suit shifted uncomfortably, trying to rock the infant in his arms. His expensive watch gleamed under the soft lights, but his helpless eyes betrayed him. He was powerful, successful, the kind of man who could sign billion-dollar deals with a single word. Yet, right now, none of his wealth, none of his influence, could quiet his baby girl's sobs. Customers whispered, some frowned, a few rolled their eyes. But one person, a young waitress named Emily, stopped in her tracks. Emily wasn't much older than 23. Her uniform was a little faded, and the soles of her shoes had worn thin from double shifts. She had dreams bigger than the small-town cafe could hold, but reality had taught her to push them aside. Rent was due. Bills piled high. Life hadn't given her much to smile about lately. Still, when she saw the baby's red face and the man's growing panic, something tugged at her heart. She walked over, cautious. "Excuse me, sir," she said softly. "Would you like me to try?" The man looked up startled. His first instinct was to refuse. He didn't hand his daughter to strangers. But exhaustion had hollowed his features, and his child's cries showed no sign of stopping. Something in Emily's eyes, gentle, steady, unjudging, made him pause. With a heavy breath, he nodded. Emily carefully took the baby in her arms, rocking her with the ease of someone who had grown up babysitting neighbor kids to earn a few extra dollars. She began humming, not even realizing she was singing her late mother's favorite lullaby. Her voice was low, soothing, like a secret only the baby could understand. Within minutes, the cafe transformed, the cries softened, the baby blinked, hiccuped, and then astonishingly smiled. The entire cafe seemed to exhale in relief. The man, however, stared as though the world had just shifted beneath him. How did you do that?" he whispered. Emily smiled, brushing the baby's soft cheek. "Sometimes," she said, "all they need is love. Doesn't cost a thing." For a moment, the powerful CEO was silent. Then his face softened, the steel mask cracking into something deeply human. "I've been trying so hard," he admitted quietly. "Her mother passed away shortly after she was born. I've been alone with her, and I don't know if I'm enough." Emily's throat tightened. She hadn't expected that. She looked at the baby, peaceful now against her chest, and then back at the man whose shoulders suddenly seemed too heavy for one person to carry. "Sir," she said gently, "being enough doesn't mean being perfect. It means showing up. She doesn't need your money or your success. She just needs you." Tears glistened in his eyes. He wasn't used to being vulnerable, least of all in public, but her words struck deeper than any boardroom negotiation ever had. Then the unexpected twist came. "Miss," he said, regaining composure, "what's your name?" "Emily," she replied, almost shyly. "Emily," he paused, choosing his words. "I came into this cafe today for a coffee. Instead, I think I found something far more important." He handed her a business card embossed in gold. "I want you to be my daughter's nanny. I can offer a salary far beyond what you make here. But more than that, I think you have the kind of heart she needs in her life." Emily froze. Her mind spun. She had dreamed of a way out of her struggles, but never like this. She glanced at the baby in her arms, who clutched her finger as if deciding for her. The cafe had fallen silent again, all eyes on the girl in the faded uniform holding a billionaire's baby. Slowly, Emily smiled through tears. "I'd be honored." And in that moment, something extraordinary happened. A poor waitress who had walked into her shift worried about rent walked out with a purpose she never imagined. A powerful man who thought he had everything realized he had been missing the one thing money couldn't buy: genuine human connection. The baby, blissfully unaware, slept soundly, perhaps knowing better than anyone that love had just expanded her world. At the corner table sits a man in a tailored navy suit. His watch gleams like it cost more than most people's cars. He's clearly someone powerful, someone important, yet at that moment, he looks completely powerless. Why? Because the tiny baby in his arms refuses to stop crying. People whisper. Some shake their heads, annoyed. Others smirk, thinking, so much money, and yet he can't even calm his own child. But one person doesn't judge. Her name is Emily, a young waitress, uniform faded from too many washes, shoes worn thin from too many double shifts. She doesn't have much, not money, not luxury. What she does have is heart. And when she sees that baby's tears in the father's helpless eyes, she does the unthinkable. She walks over. "Sir," she says softly, "would you like me to try?" Now you can imagine his hesitation. He's a millionaire CEO. He doesn't hand his baby to strangers. But exhaustion, loneliness, grief, all of it weigh on him. And something in Emily's voice, something in her eyes, tells him he can trust her. So, he lets go. Emily takes the baby gently, rocks her, and begins to hum. A soft lullaby her own mother used to sing. And just like that, the cries fade. The tiny fists unclench. The baby sighs and falls asleep. The whole cafe goes silent. Everyone is stunned. And the father, this man who could command boardrooms and sign billion-dollar deals, just stares at Emily like she's performed a miracle. How did you do that?" he whispers. Emily smiles softly. "Sometimes," she says, "all they need is love. Doesn't cost a thing." Her words pierce him. He swallows hard, his voice low. "I've been trying so hard. Since her mother passed away, it's just been me. I don't know if I'm enough." Emily's throat tightens. She hadn't expected this. She looks down at the baby, peaceful now against her chest, and then back at the man who suddenly doesn't look powerful at all. He just looks human. She whispers, "Being enough doesn't mean being perfect. It means showing up. She doesn't need your money or your success. She just needs you." And for the first time in a long time, tears sting his eyes. He clears his throat, pulls a golden embossed card from his wallet, and says, "What's your name?" "Emily." He nods slowly. "Emily, today I came in for a coffee, but I think I found something far more important. My daughter doesn't just need a nanny. She needs someone like you, someone with heart. Would you consider it?" Emily's eyes widen. Did she hear that right? A millionaire CEO offering her, a poor waitress, a new life. She looks down at the baby, tiny fingers gripping her own like a promise, and suddenly she knows her answer. Tears glisten as she whispers, "I'd be honored."